As the owner of a virtual assistant business, I hear the following a lot. I don't have time to show someone else how to do my work. It's just quicker to do it myself. Or I'm still figuring it out myself. How can I possibly explain it to someone else? Don't worry, I've had these thoughts myself in the past. But if COVID has taught us anything, it's that these type of objections can't stand in our way anymore to get our businesses geared towards virtual communication and remote work. But if we break it down, let's look at the most common challenge first. I don't have time to show someone else how to do it. Hey, I'm Naren from Positively Sorted. So the easiest way that I show my team how to do things that I need done is by doing a screen recording using an app called Cloud App. There's another one called Loom that's pretty popular too. It's really simple and it saves heaps of time because I don't have to wait for my assistant to be ready or try and find times for meetings. I simply record it all when I have time, send it to them, and they can watch it and do the work when they have time. It's really efficient and easy. You simply hit record when you start doing that task yourself. You continue doing the task as you normally would, but you talk through it as you're doing it, and you explain what you're doing and why, and any of the ins and outs that you might want to tell somebody about. Once you've finished the task, you stop the recording and send it to the person that you're training. You don't have to go through it 10 million times. They can replay the recording as many times as they want. Yes, they might have questions after that, but then you can do another recording with the answers and send it back again in your own time. You don't need to wait for a time that you're both available. Often, some of my team work through the night or have different schedules. So I just send it through and they watch it when they log on to work next. The other beauty of having those recordings is that you can also have it transcribed and format that transcription into a neat process document or a checklist. We call it a standard operating procedure or an SOP. So then anybody else that you might want to get to do that task in the future can refer to that SOP. Your SOPs can include screenshots out of that screen recording too. This will help explain the process visually, but you can still leave the link to the video in the document as well, in case that person wants to rewatch the video. So the benefits of having it typed is that the user can just scan their eyes over the checklist to skip to the bit that they're not sure of. So that's one way to do it, and it's been very helpful in my business, especially where you need to explain exactly how things need to get done. The other objection I mentioned at the beginning of this video was I'm still figuring it out myself. How can I show someone else? To get around this, it's great to be working with someone that doesn't need to have explained to them all the ins and outs and every little detail, especially if you're not sure that you're doing it the best way in the first place. And this is what a lot of my clients do with me. So they tell me what they're trying to do, and then they can explain a bit of what they've been doing, which parts work well, which parts are really hard for them. And then they can leave it with me and I figure out the rest of the process, or if they want, I can come up with a better and more efficient way of doing it in the first place. I can then record it and send it back to them. Or if it's a repeatable process, I can get one of my team members to do it on an ongoing basis and train them in the process that we've established. So all you have to do is give me access to the apps or programs that we need, and we do the rest. And this method saves my clients lots of time. Yes, there are often questions, and I definitely believe in asking questions rather than assuming. So if I come up with an improved way of doing things, but there are other options too, I'd usually ask my clients, which one they prefer, especially as there might be a reason why they're doing things a certain way. So I'm not going to assume that my way is 100% the best way. So sometimes these questions will take up a little bit of your time, but it's usually just at the beginning, just to get things rolling. And then once we get going, there's really very little that we need to ask you about, and you can clock off at a decent hour. So that tiny bit of investment of time to explain things that can pay off with multiple hours saved every week. And it saves you far more time than if you just did it yourself week in, week out. So if I've broken down some of your concerns and you're ready for some help, book in a call so we can discuss your needs. Or have a look at our free NDIS claiming cheat sheet to see if our SOP for NDIS claims admin can streamline your workflow if that's what you do. All right, thanks. Talk to you soon.